Thanks so much, Dr. Patricia, the chairperson, the founder, and the chief editor, Your Excellencies, the honorable ministers, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors, and all my siblings present this morning. I would like to thank you very much for the honor which you have accorded to me, and also like to thank the organization that has recognized me to receive the African Leadership Award. This award is not just for me, but all the women in Malawi and Africa in general who've supported me in various ways. Women in leadership is one of the areas which was neglected in a long time, despite some of the countries in the world being ruled by queens and everybody accepting that mothers are very important in the child's life. Yes, women will be in the silent majorities, and whenever everybody falls down, they mention their mothers, and it's very rare that they will mention their daddies. Whoever exists in this world was born from a woman, and the word woman has a man, and indeed, and even she has he in it. The diversity of thoughts concepts have proven that groups which are more mixed of men and women consider a wide range of issues from varieties of perspectives, and which are comprised predominantly, if not entirely, of men from every similar demographic and professional background, have reached a limited scope of perspective and tend to have limited solutions. For example, development programs which go into areas where the committee comprises men only will overlook the need of women and children. The society in general, if there is choice between a road and a maternity hospital, men choose a road, while women opted for both to address their areas of need. Research shows that when women and men work together on boards, much better governance and economic performance results. This is often referred to as the business case for gender diversity. For example, in Parliament where there are only men, they will hardly discuss the need for child care, protection, and justice. Let alone proper discussion upon solutions of marriage or the means of one partner. In Malawi, we have the Gender Equality Act, which is promoting women in decision making. And we are honored to have the president who's the champion for he, for she, and also for reproductive health, as well as for the global financing and also for the higher education. Women have higher participation and completion rates in tertiary education compared to men, and they are increasingly outnumbering men in education achievement. To get the very best leaders, there is need to be selecting candidates from the widest possible talent pool, because women have an eighth sense and the mental taxes. The lack of women in leadership roles represents a failure to exploit their available talent pool. Research shows that the interests of women, children, and families are more likely to be taken into account by women. If women are put in decision-making position, in the leadership position, they empathize or sympathize with the plight of women, and they put their families first and take particular interest in the education of their children. Diversity promotes a better understanding of a diverse marketplace. International data suggests that women are responsible for 80% of household purchasing decision, and in Malawi, 90%. The implication is that if women are put in leadership position, our countries would develop very quickly, as shown in the northern states. The evidence-based business case for gender diversity is well documented and widely accepted internationally. Many large international studies report that companies with over 60% of the population of women on their boards perform significantly better than their competitors in economic terms. For example, companies with 80% of women on their boards perform better than their competitors in the 2013 and 2015 financial crisis. Equally, one has over 60 in cabinet headed by women in experiencing economic growth despite coming from difficult period. Malawi, with the Gender Equality Act of 2013, we are facing a number of women decision making. And since we've said that we have the president, the political will, where he is the champion of he for she, we are making sure that women also are taking the position in different programs. And being the Minister of Gender, we are championing women, mobilizing women to stand the heat and stand in their shoes to do the same which men are doing. Women who want to climb the ladder of success have to prepare to step over a few obstacles on the way up, such as surviving downsizing and navigating troubled economic water which impact everyone. But women in leadership often face unequal challenges. Hence, here are some of the common ones. An extended career path, it is an easy way to stop an employer or team member from moving up by keeping her career path forward. Sadly, this is a tactic that many companies take. If you want to excel at leadership, move to a new position or prime yourself to start your own venture. Know what that career path looks like. Don't rely on guesswork. And clear target will keep you from hitting your goal. Managing the family life. It is no joke that women wear many hats. One big challenge to overcome is managing family life with your health and career. Finding balances may be an overused phrase, but in this case, it's crucial for the career of woman. You have to learn which balance techniques work best for you. For example, a young female member of parliament who became pregnant while in office has a big challenge to cope with the long hours of sitting in quiet chamber and going around in conferences, let alone looking after a child. It is worse when the parliament has no daycare services. In my example, as a member of parliament, I started politics in 1999. Up to now, I'm a member of parliament. And I joined politics when I was 4 months old. I had to stand in my shoes firmly and say, yes, I'm going to do it, and I did it. And despite all names which women have been given, but I had to stand in my shoes, knowing that I'm a woman and a person who is created from already processed materials, as what Genesis, the book of the Bible says in the Genesis, when God created a man, he created a woman from the already processed materials. And we thank you very much, the global men, for being the firstborn in the world. And through you, we are here and we are created. And we are now announcing, mobilizing women to stand the heat, that yes, they can do it. As a global leader, one has to fight for gender equality and empowerment of women to get the crown they deserve as a tool for attaining all sustainable development goals. We have 17 of them, and we thank the member states, the UN family, for thinking that the theme should be, we should not leave anyone behind. And I'm sure they were talking about, when they start, they know who is going to be left behind, and this is a woman. They opted to say, let's have a theme that nobody should be left aside, and no woman should be left aside. So issues of poverty, issues of health, issues of education, issues of childcare, issues of peace and security, issues of climate change, economic empowerment. Though economic empowerment is goal 5, we thought that if it was goal 1, then we would have done all the 17 sustainable development goals without problems. Because if you economically empower a woman, if a woman is educated, if a woman is developed, all these issues, the HIV/AIDS, family planning, climate change, poverty, and the girl child, peace and security is going to be done, because women are going to stand in the shoes and say, yes, we can. For example, Minister of Gender and Women have to fight as a young for this ministry. And we are asking all ministries of gender, and I am the Minister of Gender, Children, Disability, Elderly, Community and Social Affairs. Ministers of Gender and Women have to fight for their ministries at the country level while ensuring that their mandates are achieved. i.e. making sure that gender-based violence is reduced, reducing cases of poverty grabbing, property grabbing, early child marriages and early pregnancies, protection of persons with disability albinism, and also protecting the persons who are the elderly persons. Making sure that all the infrastructure they are friendly for disability, persons with disability, and also the elderly. Making sure that the girls return to school. For example, in Malawi, as a Minister of Gender, we try to make sure that 600, as of now, so far 600,000 girls have been returned to school in Malawi. As a Minister of Gender in Malawi, we have a number of legislations. The Gender Violence Act of 26, Wills and Inheritance of 2011, Child Care and Protection of 2010, the Marriage, Divorce and Family Relations of 2015, the Trafficking Persons of 2015. All these are to protect women, men, boys, and girls and access equal rights. And it is done because of the political will of His Excellency, Professor Peter Mutharika, the President of the Republic of Malawi, and also the coordination which is between Malawi government and the NGOs. We work together, and as of now we have 800 NGOs who are making sure that each and every part of the decision and also the policy as well as the act is being taken to the rural people. We have a number of programs, the readmission program of the girl children, the cash transfer which is targeting the vulnerable, the persons with disability, the elderly, the child-headed households, the women-headed households and the men-headed households. Those who are single, we are targeting those to benefit from the cash transfer. We promote them in the adult literacy program, but also in the savings out of the cash which they get. We have the cash transfer program, we have the cash for work program, we have the food for work program, which we are targeting in the program. We have the keeping girls in school program, where we roll out we parade the decision makers, women in decision making, women in top position, be it private and public, rolling out, parading them to the rural areas for the girl child to have their role models and to know that women can do it and they can do it and remain in schools. At the regional level, they have to look for a consensus as well, and that the African region should embrace. At the global level, the battle between the continent is even more intense. One has to be a very good negotiator, create good rapport with other ministers, be a mover and a listener. It takes a lot of energy to realize the global aspirations of gender equality and the empowerment of women. Unfortunately, everyone thinks that women have to be where they are, which is not true. We keep talking with women that sometimes men, they keep saying women are supposed to be in the kitchen. I said, mind you, if you think women are supposed to be in the kitchen, remember there are knives there, so you understand. So women are not supposed to be in the kitchen, they're supposed to be in the offices. And if you think in the issue of gender equality, it is not member states per se, but the gender equality is from the Bible, from the Genesis, where God created a man and he thought it was not well, he cannot prepare food, he cannot do everything for himself. Then he had this woman, that's what gender is all about. So if it's an issue of preparing food, then that's gender, we can even do that. It's to be in the office, fair and good. We are also to be in the same office, that's why we are promoting women, and they are also educating, developing a number of programs putting women that we need to balance up and close the gap. Women leaders often to pave the way for other women. We may discover that role models are hard to find if you want to become a leader. The majority of role models in rural areas are married women with children. If you are trying to be different from everybody else, society will ridicule you. Lack of role models should not disappoint you. Keep looking, because they are out there. Fortunately, there are good female, male, notable leaders around from whom we can benefit. And in Malawi, we have the keeping girls in schools, which we are parading role models as I said. And we also, as I've already said, that the president is the champion for he, for she, and we are also mobilizing men to support women in all decision-making programs. How are we going to overcome the challenges women face in leadership position, focus on what you want to achieve. To move ahead, leave your sex aside and focus on your professional strength while taking advantage of the available opportunities. Always announce that you exist and show up, and you are available for the challenging tasks. In a predominantly male environment, women will be treated differently. Do not dwell on the differences between a man and a woman in terms of status and position. Everyone is judged by his or her performance. You can move up on your own, says Miller, author of Slip Your Way to the Top, and other myths about business success. And I quote, "It's vital to have others support you." End of quote. She states, in line with this, make sure you are always networking and building alliances. You never know who could help you. It can be a boss, a peer, also a subordinate. Don't try to change who you are to fit into a man's world. It will be defeatful. In the technical old boys crying, you are going to hear men discussing sports. Instead of changing who you are, change the subject to something that you will be free to discuss. You should also just listen and come in when you are asked. Sometimes it's important to go with the flow. This is where women get drilled. Women are often stereotyped. We can be accused of being cold, emotional, when we may just be passionate. But it's important not to let your personal style get in the way of being heard. Listen to the cues of others. Why you don't need to become someone else to succeed. You need to recognize the most senior person in the room. This dictates the mood, pace, and atmosphere. At the same time, it earns you points. To be successful, you have to understand the person and flex your style accordingly. Lead with the facts and listen to the corporate culture in the particular setup. When you climb the career ladder, it's important to reach out to other women along the way. From connection and seek out a network. Women's grouping are good because they are natural support system for each other. We have the ambassadors here, we have the ministers here, and we have the ACOs who are headed by women. And therefore, there is need to help each other and resist from the Buddha syndrome. And women who are here, let's hold hands together and support each other, and we close the gap which is between men and women in decision making. I therefore wish to thank the organizers, the founder, the chairperson, for nominating and choosing me for the award. I received this award on behalf of all Malawian women, men and children, and the entire ministry of whose mandate I endeavor to deliver. Let me also thank my president, Professor Kaliati, for allowing me to travel and receive this award in person. I would like to thank the government of Mauritius for the hospitality accorded to me since I arrived. May God bless you and bless the organizers, the organization, and bless global men and women as we endeavor to achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Remain blessed. Take care and have a good day. Thanks so much.